What you doing, Kerchak? You guarding your baby sheep? Your little lambs?
Those little feetsy. She got 3 little dots on her nose.
During the warmer months, we moved our sheep on fresh pasture every 4 days. We just used some simple step-in post poly wire and a simple solar fence charger, all purchased from Tractor Supply. Now we do plan on upgrading our fence charger this year to something with a much healthier kick to it, because we're going to be running a few head of cattle with our sheep also. So we want to be sure they get a good respect for that fence. It's for their own good.
Look at that.
Now I know what you're thinking. Just thinking about moving livestock and their fence every few days sounds like a lot of work. Well, it's really not. It takes about 30 minutes. And your soil and livestock, well, thank you. It's called regenerative farming.
Just set that on there. Face this to the south, wherever you get the most sun. Make sure there's no shade tree blocking it so it stays nice and charged. So Talia right now is moving the fence that they're in now. She's moving all the stakes in about 1 foot, 2 foot. That way when we run our new paddock to go next to it, we don't have to cut all the grass out. If we're not holding it tight. Second knot. Camouflaging the string. It'll jump right over it. And here comes the sheepers. Sheeper beepers. Let's go this way, girls. Walk this way, girls. Come on, sheeper. Sheeper, sheeper. Look at them, like walking right in. It gets easier every time, huh? They just love new pasture. Look at that. Now, girls, do you feel it? Do you feel the sense of like how happy they are?
Yeah.
Does it make you happy, Haley?
Yeah.
Autumn, if you were a grass eater, you'd want fresh grass, huh?
Yeah.
Talia, you're a grass eater anyway, aren't you? I seen you eating a piece earlier. Look at that, they're gonna eat the trees. Kids don't mind coming out here and enjoying themselves. Every day, they get watered about 3 times a day, a couple different buckets. If we put it in a big water container, they don't have fresh water. It gets warm or dirty, so we believe we'll just come out and spend a little time with them more often during the day with fresh water. Makes them a lot healthier. I mean, look how fat and healthy they're looking. Look at that. Why do we put the buckets in the shade, girls? That's a weird looking sheep out there. What is that? Sheepy, sheepy, sheepies. Yep. Water stays cooler in the shade, and the sheep stay cooler in the shade while they're drinking, huh? Yep. And then they hopefully find these trees to sleep under. Got a nice perfect spot in there to get cozy. Turn it on. Make sure this thing's, oh yeah. A little white one? What a cutie.
This new mama here is Belladonna. It's her very first lamb. It really amazes us how they just know exactly what to do. mother's first instinct is to clean her baby up, most likely keep down the scent so predators don't smell them. Also, to dry them up, that way they don't get sick from the cold. Then finally, lets her drink some milk. It's also quite amazing how the lamb knows to look for the udder almost immediately after it stands up. Every birth is quite the miracle, if you ask me. After all summer, spring, and most of the fall, moving our sheep every 4 days or so, things got much easier. The sheep has now learned to trust us, and my kids and I have learned our most productive positions to moving the fence line at a much faster pace. It's amazing how much more you learn when you actually spend more time with your livestock. With us out there moving them every 4 days or so, we really get to know them quite well. So we learn so much in such little time about our sheep. The first few times moving them seemed a bit much like a chore. But then we started looking forward to it. The fresh air, the sunshine, and watching the sheep step on the fresh new grass. And most importantly, the quality time us as a family spend together outside doing things that we should be doing. There's nothing much like it.
Unhook it from that one. Beaver, come on, Cheaper. Come on, Cheaper, Beaver. Come on, Cheaper, Beavers. Come on, Cheaper. Come on. Come on, bunkers. Come on, sheeper. Sheeper. There you go.
I'm running here with them.
Oh, some new pasture. So what they're gonna do here, this is gonna be our orchard. We're gonna plant a big orchard in this whole big pasture here come spring. So we're gonna leave, winter's almost here, so we're gonna leave them on this pasture until it starts snowing, then we're gonna put them in their fenced in area for the winter. So they're gonna have this all nice and ate down and manure everywhere, just like we did in the front part. The fencer making a noise, you hear it working? Uh-oh, better run, kitty.
Darn ram trying to beat me up. Bunch of little cuties. Hey, baby sheeper. After all our work, moving our sheep around, making sure they were fed and watered and just had a healthy life throughout the warmer months and even mostly through the winter so far. It's hard to explain how it feels just watching all this new life brought to us here on our homestead. It's like we helped make that happen. Hey, Mama. So we highly recommend sheep if you're considering a four-legged livestock. You probably already have chickens. I would definitely recommend chickens before any livestock. But sheep, we've had goats in the past, we've had cows before, and sheep is actually one of the easiest type of livestock we've ever had. And I've really always thought of sheep as just dumb animals. Never really knew what you'd do with them, but sheep are actually pretty intelligent when you get to know them. The babies are really cute too. You don't have to have a ton of land to raise a few sheep on either. Just have a few acres. When done properly, moving them on smaller paddocks, you can actually really do a lot with just a little. If you want to give it a try, I would highly recommend it.